Is this thing working? Is this thing working? Is this thing live? Hello? Hello, people out there. I just want to second that emotion filled with my gibberty bits. All right, looks like I can see me. Can you see me seeing me? Fantastic. This is Stan, and I've been getting a lot of questions about the apocalypse. Being a zombie apocalypse survivor, people think I might know a thing or two about being quarantined and survival. So I'm here to answer some of your questions. If you've never seen me before, I am a person who survived a zombie apocalypse pandemic. Hashtag survivor. And a lot of you have never been in a pandemic before. This is your first time. And let me be frank, it shows. So I'm here to help you. The first set of questions I got, and it was a lot of questions, is about dating. Dating after the apocalypse. So I'm going to go ahead and talk to you guys a little bit about what it takes to be a dating survivor in a pandemic. Okay. The first thing I just wanted to say off the bat, a lot of people are letting themselves go. People really let themselves go when they think that the stakes are gone, that there's no hope, there's no way we can survive this. So they just sit there all day, all night, in pajamas. Really, if the person on the balcony next to you sees you in pajamas and an old stained sweatshirt, t-shirt shop, what are they gonna think? You gotta get your survivor outfit together. So here you go. Put on a nice vest, put on a nice bandana, and make yourself known to people. Okay? Cool. So let's get to our first questions. Hold on, let me rummage around down here. Rummaging. Here we go. Oh, first question for Stan. Stan, how do I date in the apocalypse when there's really not that many people left? Well, that's a pretty good question. The first thing you have to learn dating in a pandemic of any kind is how to date yourself. It's about self-love. You've got to give yourself the bandwidth to just date you. You gotta get a little bit of candlelight. You gotta make that dinner and just see where it goes with yourself. You know, no expectations, no stress, just you and some spaghetti and some candles. It's the kind of love all of us could really use. And later on, if there's a fight, it's okay. You know, you can just put up a picture of yourself on the wall and be like, why are you looking at me that way? You know, it's how you get things out, because it's a very stressful time, these pandemics. Okay, next question here. Hold on. Rummaging. Aha. Dear Stan, this is from Lonely in Maryland. Dear Stan, long-time listener, first-time watcher. I'm turning 50 during a pandemic. Should I lower my standards? Well, that's a good question. Let me toss it over there. The first and clearest answer I could say is do not lower your standards under any circumstances. I mean, think about it. If there is a person out there and there's something about them that bothers you, they chew with their mouth open, they've got the B.O., that's not gonna get any better when you're stuck together in a fortress fighting off zombie hordes. You're just gonna be with them hour after hour, day after day, night after night. So you gotta be clear about your boundaries from the outset. Do not lower the standards. It's just what I gotta tell you. And I know from experience because I live with this really terrible kid. Anyway, long story short, keep standards high. I mean, I understand, you know, slim pickings, all that. But you gotta know what you can take and what you can't take. You don't want to end up being one of the Donner Party, if you know what I'm saying. All right, next question. Stan, what are some ways that you cope with dating in the apocalypse? Well, let me show you one of my tried and true techniques. Glug, 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 glug. That'll get you through a lot of nights, my friends. Okay, Stan. Next question I have is Valentine's Day. Is it corny after the end of the world to watch Valentine's Day happen? I don't think so. I don't know if any of you have ever lived in Los Angeles, but there's really no markers of what day it is, what season it is. You just gotta make stuff up. And Valentine's Day is the same. You gotta make it up in those dark, long hours when despair starts coming over you like a tide and you can't stop it. That's when you celebrate Valentine's Day. Or like me, I made a video of myself. I recorded myself, I drank a bunch of coffee, did some push-ups, got positive, and recorded a video. So that whenever I started cowering under the bed in fear and terror, and total existential despair, I could always put on a nice video of me looking happy. Didn't always work, but at least I had that video that I could watch whenever I needed to. Alright, let's see, what's our next dating question? Stan, can zombies catch coronavirus? Alright, that's not a dating question, but it's an important question. And the answer is yes, they can. And it is sort of a dating question. Let me tie this together. When you're dating after the apocalypse, when you're dating in any kind of pandemic, the old dating standards are out the window. The only question that's important is not what's your job, how much money you got, what part of town you live in. The only thing that's important is, are you infected? So that's what you gotta ask your potential partners. Get up in their grill. Are you infected? And if they say no, great. Then you guys, you can set up a time or a place in a road or a park or someplace like that. Because there's really no restaurants or bars. It's all gone. It's all gone. Oh, it's gone. All right, pulling myself together. Next question. Dear Stan, what can we do to save Mother Earth? These aren't dating questions at all. All right, Mother Earth, the best thing you can do is to get an acoustic guitar and go hide in a corner for 6 months. And also you can send me money on PayPal. That will help save Mother Earth immediately. I suggest every single one of you do it. I need to say right now, I've been getting a lot of questions. And so I'm going to do a separate video about the dead. Because a lot of my questions are about that. So next time, I'm going to hold a seance. So if you didn't get your question answered, it's going to get answered next time. Right now, I'd like to switch over to Stan's astrology tips. All right, we clear our minds? I want you to just stare at the screen without blinking. Like me. Stare. Good. That's a good mind frame. That's good. So, all right, let's talk about astrology. The moon, it's a new moon. It's time for new beginnings, new starts, beginnings of things that haven't started, starting things that haven't begun, initiating startings of beginnings of things that haven't been started. That's what this time is all about. Also, Saturn is moving into Aquarius, which means we're in a Sagittarian Aquarian time. And so, how are you asking? You're like, Stan, how does this relate to me? Right? Me, I need to know about me, not them, just me. It's a me time. I'm inside, I haven't seen other people, or the people I've seen all day, every day. I just don't want to see them anymore. So let's talk about me. Okay, there's only a few people this relates to. So, Tauruses, not good, just not good. I'm really sorry for Tauruses. I'm really sorry you were born when you were. Pisces, looking pretty good. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it, especially if you're in a beautiful pastoral area with a free access to wine. Aries, you owe me $30. You need to send that money right away, Aries, because this thing doesn't pay for itself. And that's it. Everybody else is going to have a pretty good time of it. All right, folks, that's it. That's all I have to say about astrology this week. But I do want to say, keep strong in the pandemic. Keep quarantined. Don't go too crazy. If you do, you can always subscribe to my 36 steps of positive thinking during a pandemic, which you partly caused, which is what happened to me when I caused the last zombie apocalypse. So just keep positive, no matter what happens, no matter how bad, no matter how good. Just go in the corner and say, this is good, everything's fine, I'm fine, this is positive. A lot of positive outcomes coming out of this. Okay, thanks for watching. Until next time, I'll be here in the bunker, and you'll be there in your bunker. Tune in for Stan's Astrology and Seances.